Hey, welcome back to Grandpa KC. Today we're going to be talking about finding a budget tablet that's not going to break your bank, but it's going to have most of the features that you want at a budget price. And today I'm going to talk to you about, basically, I tested a couple of tablets under the $250 range. And as I was shopping, I looked at the Lavalier M11. And I'll tell you, low cost, yes. But for the features, okay, I don't even want to waste my time reviewing it. But the Samsung A9 Plus, okay, and 5 Plus G met the criteria that I was looking for. Not only did it have a TFT display, not only did it have quad speakers, not only does it have an earphone jack, but it has a high-speed processor. Let's talk about some of the features. Now, when you look at it, it's got a nice edge around the screen. Some people don't like this. I personally like this, especially when you're trying to hold it and you have some place to put your finger. And not only that, it's got a TFT screen. It's not a high-end screen, but when you're going into $800 to $900 range of tablets, $250 a TFT screen that's bright, that has a refresh rate of 90 megahertz, that you can lower it for some games which can't handle that kind of processing, makes it excellent. And what I loved about it, that's the screen. Now, I'm a tech, and I gotta tell you, I get a lot of people bringing in stuff to be repaired. And the one thing I can't stand is edge to edge, because as soon as you drop that screen, okay, and if the case that you had it in didn't quite handle it, that screen's gonna be destroyed. But with an edge like this, it's a good chance that you're gonna dent the edge without breaking the screen, and can save you some money in the. Now, not only does this have an 11-inch screen and a TFT screen with a fast refresh rate of 90 megahertz, it has a Snapdragon 695, which makes this a quite snappy little tablet for less than $250. Now, you can order it either with onboard of 4 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, 64 or 128. It has an expandable SD slot up to 1 terabyte of storage, so you have quite a bit of storage. If you're going to order it, I recommend you order it with the 8 gigabyte with the 128 storage. But they have a lot of sales with the 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64, which bring the price point way down. Now, again, it comes in two versions, the A9 5 Plus and the A9 5 Plus 5G. I chose to get the 5G for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons is I use it for shows, and I needed to be able to not tie up my phone at the same time while be able to use the tablet. Now, the positive end of this, of course, is that I can now hook it up in many different functions, and we'll talk about that in a second. Now, some of the negatives, of course, is that you cannot use a Samsung pen on the screen. You can use a Samsung Touch pen, a regular pen, it has a little rubber tip, and be able to write on the screen, but you will not be able to use the draw function using a pressure Samsung point. And some of the other functions that are a little annoying is the charge time. If you use a standard charger, it will take about 4 hours to charge. It has a 6-hour battery life. But if you use a 30-watt charger, it charges up in about an hour and 10 minutes, which is a big difference in the charge time. But then again, it does give you 6 hours of life. So not only did was I really pleased with the function of this tablet, okay, and all of its functions for less than $250, but I bought the Samsung A9 Plus 5G. Now that means I could hook it up to my personally for me, I'm using AT&T. Now the reason I do that is, and by the way, we're going to be at if you live in Ocala Comic-Cons, we're going to be at TFCon in Baltimore. We're going to be at RetroCon, my son and I and other YouTubers. But if you happen to see us, say hello. But I'm going to be bringing my streaming cameras. And one of the things about streaming cameras is if you normally hook it up to your phone. The problem is when you're streaming, you tie up the phone. So I wanted a tablet, but I didn't want a tablet that could break the bank. So what I found is I could hook it up to the Samsung A9 Plus 5G, and I could hook up the 3 streaming cameras like the Near Stream or the eMeet, and at the same time be able to keep my tablet free. And so whether or not the Wi-Fi at the particular location was working or was worth using, I could still use it with the 5G and still be able to live stream it if I really needed to. That makes this Samsung a wonderful product for the price. I mean, I couldn't believe that it could do this. But yeah, I could play some games. I could play some... Not only could I play games like Call of Duty, not only could I hook an earphone set onto it. So not only could I do all that streaming and everything, but not only that, I could play games on it. Not all games, but I play Call of Duty, so I wanted a game, one that could play that. At the same time, when my grandkids came over, I could have them play YouTube Kids or play some games like that, download them and store them on the card. But because I could use the earphones, because it has Bluetooth, because I could hook it up to 5G or Wi-Fi, and by the way, it works fantastic on Wi-Fi. By the way, if I haven't asked you already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So this tablet for $250 is well worth the money for the budget and price. Great for personal use, great for business use. My dentist office happens to use all of these, and they do it for check-in and various other functions, and it does a great job instead of having to use a computer. Not only that, it has a connection on the bottom, which is 4 dots. You can probably see them on the Samsung tablets. You can get a Samsung case with the built-in keyboard, so you can use it just like a laptop. And it has Samsung DeX. If you're anything familiar with Samsung DeX, it basically turns your tablet into a laptop. So that's a great function. Again, but only for a price point of less than $250. This is a great value. I hope this information has been helpful for you. This is your Grandpa Casey out. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out my merch store. Check out my other videos. If you purchased this particular tablet, tell me how you're liking it. What were the positives to it? What were the negatives to it? But I got to say, so far I've had the tablet for 2 weeks. I've gone to one show. I was able to live stream. The grandkids came over and I was allowed to download a couple of games into it. So no matter what I did with it, it's really, really great. Now, I do recommend buying any tablet that you buy yourself a case. Now, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but I'll leave you the link. And basically, that's a full... see, yeah, you really can't see it, yeah. A full case tablet, got a handle in the back. You've probably seen these before. And in case to put a place for your writing pen, I'll leave you the link. Those are really, really great. Because I'm always on the go between the grandkids and because going to shows, I need something to protect that tablet. I don't want to have to spend for repairs. Anyway, again, thank you so much. Have a great day. God bless. And this is your Grandpa Casey out.